Alright, in this lab we're actually going to go ahead and install Nessus, get Nessus configured, get the plugins updated, and have it available to use on our Kali system. To do so, we need a connection to the internet. So you're going to want to come in here to your VMware player, go to Manage, Virtual Machine Settings, go to your network adapter, select Bridge and replicate there, hit OK. Now you have the ability to restart your network services, so service, networking, restart. And once that's done, we can confirm if we have an outside connection or not. It looks like we do. You also have the ability, if that's not working for you right there, to reboot the VM after changing that setting. VMware Player can be a little funny with that sometimes, but if you ping, you should have replies that are coming back that tells us we can speak with the outside world, because there's Google's DNS server responding to us. First thing we're going to want to do here is get Nessus installed. To do so, let's open up our iceweasel browser. Alright, so the site you're going to want to go to is www.tenable.com/products/nessus/select-your-operating-system. Woo! Now here we are. To download Nessus, we're going to get the home version. We're not going to buy and get the commercial version. Home's going to do us fine. I'm going to click here. It wants to know what our operating system is. I know we have a Linux operating system. Now you might look at this and go, what do I do here? We're running the Debian version, and we need to figure out if you have a 64-bit OS or 32-bit OS. To discover that, we're going to take our terminal prompt here. We're going to type uname-m, hit enter, and I am running a 64-bit version of Kali Linux. If you look in our lab manual, you might come back with a i386, a i486. That's going to be a 32-bit OS. That may also state IA64, which is a 64-bit OS. Depends on exactly what you have running there in front of you. But that gives us an idea of what we're looking for. We want Debian 6 64-bit. I'm going to select this. I agree to the subscription agreement. I'm going to save the file. It asks where do we want to save it. I'll put it right on my desktop. Let's make it easy. Hit save. You can see we're downloading. Once we're done, I can minimize that window for now. That's not going to be needed. There's our file. To start our installation, I'm going to choose directory desktop. From there, I want to type in dpkg, I for install, the file. We start typing NESS, you hit tab. As long as you don't have any other files that begins with NESS, it's going to autofill for you and you'll be good to go. Go ahead and hit enter, and it's going to start unpacking it for you. Won't take too long to finish. And you can see here that you'll want to start Nessus D, which is the Nessus service, by typing in this command here. Then it tells you to go to this site on your host machine under that port number, and you will actually be able to configure the scanner. Type in service Nessus D start. Hit enter. Nessus is now starting up. Once that's done, we can go to our browser, and we're going to type in https:// localhost : what port number? 8834. Hit enter. We're going to get this message saying, hey, you're connecting to an HTTPS site. I don't know that I trust this particular connection because we don't have a valid certificate for it. I'm going to say, I understand the risk. Add the exception for the site. We're going to confirm the security exception, and we are now at Nessus. We'll hit get started. It will want to log in. Now this is going to be the admin user for the scanner. This is the access you'll use to get in and out of Nessus. I'm going to keep mine the same as our Kali system. That way it's pretty easy to remember. I don't have too many passwords floating around for this system. It wants an activation code. Where in the world are we going to get an activation code from? Well, we're going to have to request it from Nessus. Once we get that activation code, we'll be ready to start. So, easy way to do this, let's get a new tab opened up here. We're going to connect to http://tenable.com/products/Nessus-home. We're using the home edition. Here's where we will register for an activation code. Enter your information in here. If you want to receive updates, check that. You have to agree to the terms of service and hit register. Now we'll have to go retrieve the actual activation code as well. So we will need to jump into our email. Make sure that you're using a valid email. You are going to have to retrieve this code from there. You can see that I received it. This is the address it's coming from, Nessus registration. This here would be my activation code. I'm going to copy that code and I'm going to paste that back into my Nessus site. I'm going to hit next. Successfully registered. I want to download plugins. This is going to take you a few minutes. I've seen this take up to about 25-30 minutes. This is basically going to go and download all of the plugins that will be used for a Nessus scanner. Plugins are similar to, you think of antivirus with virus definitions. This is similar to a virus definition. This is its plugins. It's what it uses when it performs any type of scanning action to create those rules and such for what to scan for. I'm going to pause. We'll come back once this is done. My plugins have finished, but Nessus now needs to initialize. That's going to take another few minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. This is finished. It's probably about a good 30 minutes there that we had to wait for that to actually finish initializing. Remember your login information here. I made mine simple. I'm going to hit sign in. It's going to allow me to get into Nessus, and it's going to give me an opportunity to view a quick little tour of the features. Go that route if you want to check it out. Here's what you're going to need to do for our deliverable for the class. I'm going to encourage you first to go in here and play around. Look around, see what's what. We don't have to run scans yet. We're going to do that here in a few minutes. But we're going to close this out. You come up here to this little drop down menu. I want you to go to settings, and if you need to update your plugins, right here, hit that little button. It's going to go check for the latest plugins and download. You're probably going to want to do that before you run this application to do any kind of scans. Why not get the latest plugins before you do it? It's nothing like having an antivirus and the old definitions. It doesn't do much for you. Once you get to this screen right here, take a screen capture of this. Make sure that you're grabbing all of the date and time information in here. Get this window in here so I can see that you have it installed, you have the plugins finished, and we will be able to continue forward from here. Okay, at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and end this lab. We have Nessus installed and it's configured. We're going to start the next lab, which is using Nessus instead of nmap to actually scan our targets.